Hey guys, this is Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and today I'm really excited because I get to show you some of the new products from the Petite Planner line. And if you have been following me for even half a second, you probably know I absolutely love the Petite Planners and the On-the-Go Folio. They are some of my favorite products from ERIN CONDREN, and I wanted to show you today how these can be used to supplement your planner, and they make it really easy to take your planning on the go with you. And just to let you know, these products were sent to me for free from ERIN CONDREN, and I'm just so grateful that I get to review them for you. So some of these items are already available in the shop as I'm recording this, so you probably would have already seen them before. But some of these are brand new, and to my knowledge they are launching today when the video goes live. And so I will link to everything in the description below so you can go check out all these new fun items. So first, I kind of just wanted to show you what I'm already doing. I have videos about these already, and so I'm not going to do like a full flip through, but I want to show you the two ways that I use the On-the-Go Folios and the Petite Planners. So these are the two I'm actively using right now. This one is, I want to say it's the mauve cover. This is my church study notebook. I keep a bunch of journals in here that are faith related, and that's all I use this one for. I have this little band on it because this actually helps me hold it open to a page that I'm working on so it doesn't open. See, like that folds open. So if I'm looking at one page, then I can hold it and the other page will just stay open. So that's what I use the band for. But you can see I should just take it off. So you can see in here I have this little pocket thing. This is also sold by ERIN CONDREN. I love these. They just slip in between, or behind the books, and then you have pockets on the front and the back. So that's kind of cool. And then I have 4 journals in here. These are just the normal petite journals, and each one I use for something different. And so these are just my faith study related journals. So that's how I use that one. And then this is like my regular planner one, like for normal planning. In here I have another one of those pocket things. I don't have anything in it right now. But I have the 18-month monthly planner. I use this for work, for my job, because this has the 12 calendars, monthly calendars. I'll show you one that's not being used. And then behind that, it's just blank note pages. And so that helps me to keep track of all the things that I need to for my job. So anyway, that's the first one I have in there. The second one I have is the meal planner. Then I have the wellness planner, or wellness log. And then I just have another journal. And so these are just what I use in my regular planner folio. And seeing some of the new ones, I'm thinking that might change because I'm really excited about some of these. I think, well, I'll just have to show you. But for now, I am going to move most of this out of the way. I'll get to the Petite Planners in just a minute, but I wanted to show you some of these other things first before we get into those. So some of the things that have already been in the shop are these mini gel pens, which these are too stinking cute. They come in this nice little case, and then let's see. So there's 24 of them, and you just have all sorts of colors. They're what, like 5 inches tall, like they're super short. They're just these tiny little gel pens, and they are just so cute. And I love that they're in this cute little case that just keeps them all together and organized. And I think this is really perfect to go with the petite journals, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. The next thing that you may have already seen is the Mid-Century Circles new sticker book. This was released in May, I believe, with the new planner launch. And these stickers are just so fun. I love the bright colors and the designs. I love these big ones. This is something that's fairly new, I believe. At least I don't think I've seen it before in the sticker books. But I just love these big stickers. Here's some white ones. I love the washi strips. But these are just really nice for putting in your planner, for decorating, and most of these are functional, which I really love about it. They're cute and they're decorative, but they are functional stickers. So I think that's really cool about them. So that is the new Mid-Century Circles sticker book. All right, and then the last thing that's already in the shop that I want to show you is this clear tote bag. I think this is so fun. I am so excited about this bag. It's really nice. The plastic is really thick and durable. Like, all the materials on it are really good quality. The zipper has this nice little pull tab. It's all vegan leather trimming around the edges. And then with all of the tote bags and the planner bags, they all have interchangeable straps. So you can pick the strap that you want. They easily come on and off, and they're really thick, quality, heavy-duty metal. And they snap on really easily. So that way you can change it based on what you're wearing or just your mood or where you're going. Sometimes you may want one that's a little more fun and bright like this, and other times you may want something that's a little bit more subtle. They have tons of options to choose from, and so you can just switch them out as you choose without having to change out your whole bag. Another thing that I love about this that I didn't even realize it had for a while was that there's a pocket on the inside. So there's a flap in here, and it actually has like the little pockets. So you could put in cards or tickets or whatever you wanted easy access to. It does have that little pocket there. So I thought that was a nice feature on here, and I think this is a really fun bag. So moving on to the Petite Planner stuff. This is the new On-the-Go Folio, the Mid-Century Circles. They may have other designs, I'm not sure. I know last year they did release the one that has the layers pattern on it, and at the same time they had at least one other design that came out at the same time. So there might be more designs that are coming out, but this is the Mid-Century Circles one. And I think this is so pretty. The inside is a really light pink. It's like a blush color, but it's not even like the blush color that I feel like we usually see from ERIN CONDREN. So like this On-the-Go Folio that I showed you before, this is the mauve, I think. You can see it's a little bit more of a cooler pink, while this one is almost got like the peach color. Maybe it's like a cherry blossom, like if you know the cherry blossom color that is on the ERIN CONDREN website. It's almost more of that color, I would think, than the blush. And then also I have this is the A5 Agenda. This is the one that's actually called blush, I believe. And you can see how that's more of a pink, and this still has more of an orange tone to it. But this color is so pretty. When I first saw it, I was so excited because it looks so good with the pattern on the outside. I don't know how well you can tell on the video, but it's kind of more of a muted version of the Mid-Century Circles. So like if you look at the sticker book, it's pretty vibrant. The colors are pretty bright, but on here they're a little bit more toned down, and they have a few more pastel type colors on it. The back is kind of a creamish color, but I love the contrast of it with the pink. I think the pink on the inside looks so pretty next to the pattern of the Mid-Century Circles. And you can see they brought it in with some of the little details on here. I just love how they designed this cover. And then on the edge you have the same metal hardware, and these are just so handy. I love putting the Petite planners in them. And once I get the new Petite planners open, then I'll demonstrate how you can use it for anybody who hasn't used these before. It's a traveler's notebook style system, so if you've ever seen that with the strings that hold the notebooks in, it's that same concept, but I will demonstrate that for you in just a minute. But I love this, and I'm so excited for it. And I just cannot wait to show you the new Petite planners. I have not even opened these. I don't know what they look like on the inside. I don't know if they're the same layouts and the same colors as they were before, but I am curious to see if they've changed anything about the layouts. So the ones I have here are the wellness log, the budget book, and the meal planner for one. These are, I'm really in love with the way they did this colors with the ombre that fades, and the text on it looks like the Just My Type from the new planner launch. It looks like they brought that design into these Petite planners, and I'm obsessed with it. It's more neutral than the Petite planners usually have been in the past. Like if you see in here, like these are all, okay, this one's fairly new. So this one's a little bit more understated, which by the way, I'm really excited to see this inside here. I think that's gonna look super cute. But here's the old meal planner, here's the old wellness planner, and then this is a journal, which this is pretty standard to do a journal in the pattern of the year. And don't get me wrong, I love patterns, I love the bright colors. I think these are really fun and cute. But what I do love about these ones is that I feel like they kind of match more and they look good together. They're all kind of the same style and they all just kind of fit. And so I think that'll be really cool to have together in the On-the-Go Folio. Just having a more neutral tone, and I don't know, I just love them. I think they picked great colors for them and I'm really excited. But I left the plastic on so you guys could kind of see the labels on them. If you can see right here, I'll show it in better detail, but they have the name of each one down there in the corner so that you can still know which one it is when the plastic's not on them. But yeah, I'll take those out of the plastic in a minute and we'll look through them. This is the one I was so excited to see this. I've actually been thinking about trying to create something like this, and so when I saw this, I just about flipped. And it made me think of Kayla from Oh Hello Co, and I can only imagine what she did when she saw this because she totally loves plants. And I immediately thought of her as soon as I saw this. But I'm really excited to see this and see what's inside, so that one is super fun. So here's the new Petite journal with the mid-century circles. This one says it has productivity pages, which is kind of interesting. Usually they are aligned or dot grid for the standard design. And so that's kind of interesting that they chose to do it with the productivity pages, but that's super fun and I'm excited about that. The journals are probably one of my most used things. I love the planners and I have some of them that I use a lot, but I use these journals for everything. The notebooks are like the perfect size for just tossing in your bag, and you can have one little notebook for all of a certain category. So like if you wanted to remodel your house or you're doing house projects or something, you could have one notebook for all of your house projects. And then if you go shopping, you could put little swatches in it and take it with you, and then you'd have everything with you when you're on the go. And I just love the journals. They're flexible to be used for anything, and I love things that are just flexible and open and that I can use any way that I want to. And then the last one I have to show you is the new travel journal. So I thought that they used to have one of these, but I haven't seen it on the website in a while. And so I was excited to see it again. Again, this is a really good thing to have in the Petite journals. You know, some things you want a whole planner for, and some things you just need a small space to keep track of things. And I think a travel journal is the perfect one to have in a Petite journal. And you can kind of see some of the things that it has in here. So it has itinerary spreads, packaging and prep lists, daily spaces for memory keeping, lists to remember favorite places, daily spending trackers, and 28 daily planning spreads. So that's kind of cool. I'm wondering if the packaging means packing, like a packing list. Anyway, I think this is fun. So I'm excited to see what's inside that one too, because I never saw inside the old travel journal, and so this will be a new one for me to see. So I'm gonna take all these out of the plastic and then we will flip through them. Okay, so the first one I want to go through is definitely the plant journal, just because I'm so excited to see what's in it. So I love the cover for one thing. Oh, and all of the covers are always really nice. They're kind of like this coated cardstock, but they have such a nice feel to them and they just seem super durable. I've never had any problems with these even really wearing out. Like, they are just really nice quality journals. And the paper on the inside is really good, just like the planner paper. I don't know if it's exactly the same. It seems a little different. I'm trying to not open it and look before I actually show it to you guys. But the paper is pretty similar to the ERIN Condren planner paper. Okay, so Opening it up. That is so cute. Okay, I love how they have this decorated. Like, they just have plants everywhere, and it's so much fun. How to use this? Catalog your plant family, track your plant's care, growing the plant family, and have fun. Maybe I should try to zoom in a little bit. Okay, hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for you to see what the pages look like. Okay, so here we have a, looks like a plant, like just a plant page. Like, you pick one plant and you have a whole page about it. I wonder if the whole thing is like this. Okay, it kind of looks like it is. Is there anything in the back? Okay, in the back, there's some stuff in the back. Okay, so most of the book is going to be this. So you have the name, adoption date, adopted from, species, variety, pet friendly, ideal temp, humidity, sunlight, soil preferences, common pest, fertilizer. You have a blank note space here and a blank note space here, and I love the little hanging plant there. Watering needs, watering schedule, and a watering log. This is really cool. This could be so good for keeping track of your different types of plants. So this would work really well if you have house plants, but this would also be great if you're doing a garden. So that's mostly what I do, is I actually do like gardening. So because the aim of my plants is to produce more fruit and vegetables and whatever it is I'm growing, that's like my main goal. I do have some other plants that I'm taking care of. Like, we have aloe vera, and we have a little pine tree that we bought last year around Christmas that we're trying to keep alive. It's not a Christmas tree per se, it's just a little teeny pine tree that was in a pot. I'm just trying to clarify, I'm not trying to keep a cut tree alive. But my goal of having plants is for them to produce fruits and vegetables and things that I can eat. So what I have been trying to learn is what each of those plants need specifically to make the best produce. So I love that there's just the empty note spaces where I can write those things that I'm learning. And then, because I'm always forgetting, I think the watering log is a great thing to have too, just to keep track, and so you're not trying to remember how many days it's been since you watered. Some things like it every day, but some things like peppers don't like to be watered as much. Anyway, it's just good to have all of this information. I love all of the different things that they accounted for in here. And there's tons of pages. I don't know how many there are exactly. I would say there's probably at least 40 or so, because I know there's 80 pages in the whole book. So maybe 35 to 40 things. So that should be plenty for plants, at least for 1 year, hopefully. Oh, and I totally just noticed in the bottom corner. Oh, it's that. Okay, the plants right here change. That's so cute. There's some that are different. Oh, some of them have it and some don't. They're all different. Okay, I totally just noticed that. All of the plants are different throughout the pages. They're all in different places and different plant styles. And that is super cute. Okay, then in the back, yeah, so at the end, there's a fertilizer tracker, also very important. And there's 2 pages of that, a repotting log, 2 pages of that, propagation tracker, plant wish list. That's definitely one I need because I always want to do more. And then you get the end, what you water grows. I'm so excited about this. This is super cute, and I think this will be so helpful, and I can't wait to start using that. Okay, the next one is the travel journal, and I love the design on here with the map. It's a pretty pattern. Okay, so first thing we have in here is reservations and to-dos, so you can put all of your information in there, a week before, the day before, and your packing list. So that's super helpful. Places to visit, trip itinerary, daily adventures. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it moves on. Okay, so it looks like it's set up for a section for each trip. So you have all of your reservation information, your packing list, your to-do list. Then all the things that you want to do on the trip and a general outline, and then you have things for each day. You have your meals, the current reservations, what you're seeing, the weather, what day it is, and then memories and expenses. This is very thorough. I can see how this would be so helpful when you're going on a trip or a vacation, just trying to keep track of all the things that you wanted to do. And I love that it's a planner, but it also is, like they said at the beginning, it's a memory. It's a way to keep your memories. Like having your favorite moment, there's a little space for like journaling or notes, and then there's a blank spot here you could put in pictures. And so that's really cool that you can keep all of that together. So I'm not sure how many trips it can do. So that's the second one. Okay, so there's enough room in here for 4 different trips. And then at the end, you have places to visit again, landmarks, entertainment, shops, and restaurants. Places to visit next time. So maybe the places that you didn't make it to, but you wanted to. So that's kind of a cool thing to keep note of. And then you have a couple dot grid pages in the back just for any additional notes, which I'm always a fan of note pages in the back because you never know what other kind of notes you're going to need. Even just a few pages can be really helpful for just some of that important information that you want to keep track of. Or throw extra pictures in it and you have more of like a little scrapbook in the back. So that's really fun. I love that too. And then here's the new Petite journal. Like I said, this is the productivity one. Oh, and it's totally upside down. Okay. So there's the front. And so all it is these productivity pages. So all of the pages are going to look the same. They do look like they're different colors. You have a blank line page here, some line space here, and then a checklist here. So there's lots of different things that you can use this for, and it's just a journal to be creative with. I love that the journals just have different layouts in it so that you can choose the one that works best for what you need right now. And these colors are really pretty. They're kind of more muted, but they're like the EC colors, but they're really fun. And so I'm always a fan of the journals. This one's no different. I mean, they're all fantastic. All right, and now we have these 3. And like I said before, I'm kind of curious to see if they have the same design on the inside as the old ones do. And if we need to compare, I do have most of those over here. I don't have the budget one with me, but I have the other ones that we can, the meal planner and the wellness log, that we can look at. I love how this one kind of looks like, it reminds me of like a beach at sunset, just because of the pink in the sky, and then it goes down into the aqua teal color. All right, so you have the wellness log. You have a starting point, wellness goals. It looks pretty similar. It is similar. The colors are different. I can tell you that. This blue is really pretty. I wonder if it's throughout the whole thing. Yes. Oh no, it changed right there. So it goes back and forth. Oh, it's every month it changes. Okay, yeah, because that one's different too. Okay, so I think this is a 6-month journal. So it looks like every month it rotates through the different colors. Okay, so it's more of a light blue, a dark blue, and then a yellow. So it is a little bit more neutral. But the layout is the same, which I love. This is, like, in my opinion, this is like the perfect layout for tracking your general wellness. So you have an activity log, you have your habits here. So you have water, steps, and hours slept. And then here you have room for all of your food. But I love this layout. I love that there's so much space for the food, and then you have space for activity and habits and things like that. So then going back to the beginning, okay, so you have your starting point and your goals here, and then it just goes into your weeks. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in between each month. Then you have monthly progress. You can reset your goals, accomplishments, goal progress, and plans for the next month. I'm actually wondering if this might be different. Hold on. Nope, it's the same. It's the same things that were in there. Okay, so anyway, so then after the last month, then you just have some note pages. So here you could write some meal ideas or just any other things. Like I said, I love when they just have the random notes pages in the back. And then at the very end, you do get a sheet of stickers. I need to check the other ones. I think the other ones have stickers too. Okay, so I don't think the journals do. Yeah, the journals don't have a pocket. So that's the difference between the petite planners and the journals, is the journals don't have a pocket in the back. Okay, the travel journal actually does not have any stickers with it either. So that's technically just a journal then. That's usually how you distinguish between them. But that's interesting because usually the ones that are formatted on the inside are actually the petite planners. So I wonder if the plant one is the same then. Yep. So the plant one doesn't have the pocket. So that's interesting. So these ones are considered journals, even though they are more structured. But all of the petite planners usually have a sheet of stickers in the back. So that's the stickers that come with the wellness log. Okay, so the next one is the budget book. And we'll see if they've changed anything in this one. I'm thinking they're probably similar formats. Maybe the colors are different, because it seems like the colors are more, it's almost like a grayish blue tone that they're using for all of them. They seem pretty neutral. Monthly overview. So the format, I think it might be a little different. I think these were like circles before or something. Again, I don't have it with me right now to look, but this is just your monthly overview, your basic budget. It has different sections here, and you can write in the amounts, and there's even some spaces down here for extra categories that you can put in other things that might apply that aren't actually there. You have space for saving goals, and then your totals down at the bottom. And then you have a spending summary, and you have 4 pages of that. Yes, so you have 4 pages of that per month. So for each month you get the budget, and then you get 4 pages of the spending summaries. So what I like to do for these is I actually use them for different accounts, because I have different bank accounts that I go off of, and I have cash, and so I like to separate those instead of putting all of my spending all on the same form. So I just use 1 page for each bank account, and that just helps me keep them separated. And I believe there's 12 months worth in the budget planner. Though that's what the previous ones were, was they had 12 months worth. And they should all be pretty similar. Again, it looks like the colors change a little bit, but they're still pretty neutral. So that's kind of cool. What did they have in the beginning? Let's see. Oh, a savings tracker is in the beginning. Okay, so that's kind of fun. And then at the end of the 12 months, so here's the spending summary for the last month. You have a debt tracker, and you've got 4 pages of that, and then that's the end. And then you have your stickers, and the stickers all match. They have the same kind of colors that they have on the inside, so that's fun. I love that they have the stickers inside the planners. It just kind of gives you a little bit more fun to work with. So that's cool. All right, and then for the meal planner, which honestly, this is the one I probably use the most. I love the meal planner. Yay, and it's the same layout, which I am so grateful for. They did change this a little bit. I mean, the colors are different. I like the colors. I like these blue tones. They're really pretty. And this one looks like it's all the same throughout the whole thing. So this one doesn't even change as much. It's just all the same colors. But I love that they're more neutral, because I like to highlight and color code my meal plans. And because I don't cook every day, I'm not responsible for cooking every day. We take turns. And so I actually can use, sometimes I'll use 1 page for multiple weeks. And that's partially because I don't usually plan out breakfast and lunch. I just have things that I can eat for those. Dinners are mostly the ones that we plan. And so I'll take those out so I can lay this more flat. So what I do is I highlight the days that I'm responsible for dinner, but I can make each of these columns for a full week. Or what I've done in the past too is I will plan out breakfasts that I could eat, and just like breakfast options, and I will just list them here. and then I'll use this for 1 week and this for another week. So usually I can do multiple weeks just on one spread, and it helps the book last longer for one thing. I kind of like looking at it multiple weeks at a time so I can see what we've done a lot and what we might be eating too much of, and I can just vary it up. I love this box. It looks a little different than the old ones used to. So here's the old one. This is what the layout has looked like before, at least in the version that I have. I know there's actually even a newer meal planner that has come out, more newer than this. So that one might actually look different, but in the one that I have, it does still have the box around it, but it has more of a scripty font. You can see it has colors down the side. And so I like how clean this looks, and I just think it'll be really nice with all the colors that I use for this. And so you have tons of pages here. I don't even know how many weeks. I'm guessing there's at least a year's worth here, but oh no, because it's 2 pages. So, well, it could be pretty close to a year. And if you do it like I do, where you do multiple weeks per page, it would definitely last for a year. All right, and then at the end of it, you have dinner party meal plans. This works really well for like holidays. So like with the holidays coming up, these pages work really well for family parties or just the bigger meals that we tend to plan for the holidays. So let's see, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 of those. You have a price tracker, which I love that they included that in here. And then recipe logs. And this is what I love the recipe logs for, are for things that are my favorites, but I don't make them super frequently. And so I love that there's space for even just a few recipes in here, because you can put the ones in here that maybe you don't always remember the ingredients to, and then that makes it easier if you're at the store to be able to reference that and know what you need to get. So there's a few of those in there. You have a conversion chart and some substitutions here. Oh no, it's the pans. Okay, it's a pan substitution. That's kind of cool. And I like that you have ounces to pounds too. That's good. And then again in the back, you have some stickers. So those are the new petite planners that are coming out, at least the ones that I have to show you. I don't know if there's more. I'm excited to see what else they might launch. But I'm so excited about these. I love them all, and I'm excited that I got a chance to share them with you. I do want to take a minute and kind of show you the On-the-Go Folio. So what I love about this is that I can take a few of the ones that I use most frequently and keep them all together, especially if you're going to work or running a lot of errands. This makes it nice to have all the things that you need right at your fingertips. So I'm going to take these 4 and just show you how they all fit in here. So what you do is you take the book, you find the middle where the fold is, and you just open it up to that page where it has the seam, and then you just slide it through the elastics and pull it through. There's the budget book. I love these colors against this pink. Okay, so I have them all in there now. What I ended up doing was taking them all out and readjusting the strings to make them pretty even before I put them in, and that actually seemed to make it a lot easier. So that's what I would recommend, is that as you're going to put them in, just make all the strings even before putting them in, and that will help. Anyway, so I have the 4 petite planners in there, and then you just have the elastic that just goes over it and closes it, and it's got all that you need in this condensed notebook that just holds them all together for you. Then if you wanted, you could take, let's see, I'm trying to get off. If you have like little charms, you could put little charms on it. Another thing I like is the sticker books actually fit really nicely in here. So you can just stick them in the front or in the back, and they'll just sit really nicely. And then once you close them up, then it'll hold that in there with it. So then you have the stickers with you when you're planning on the go. And I've been wanting to try this out, so I want to show you guys. The thing that's really cool about this bag being clear is that you can see your pretty folio through it. And they fit in there perfectly. It's like just the right size for the petite planners and the on-the-go folios. You could lay it sideways too if you wanted, but I love having it stand up because then you could put like your water bottle over here, or your wallet, keys, any other things that you need. All of that can go over on this side too. But it fits in there perfectly and still leaves you room. It still will zip up easily with plenty to spare. You can take things like these mini gel pens. They'll fit with you. So you could have like this bag with your planning supplies that are all ready. So if you go on a trip, or if you're just going to be like in a meeting or a conference all day, you can pack up this bag and keep it all with you. And then you have everything at your fingertips when you need it. Another thing that I love about the petite planners, so showing you, this is my A5 rings agenda, and if you took a petite planner or a journal, you can just tuck it in the back here and it fits perfectly inside of these two. And so if you just had like one petite planner you were using, it's easy to stick it inside your agenda and just keep that one with you. And I believe this will also fit in here. I haven't tried it though, but let's try the rings agenda inside the bag, because I think it should work. Yeah, it's totally tall enough to fit it in there. It does go right up to the top, but you still have room if you wanted to put a water bottle or your wallet or whatever else you needed in there. And you have some room in the front too. Like, it doesn't take up the whole thickness of it. So that's another option. You could also, let's see, you can lay it down and that gives you room in a different direction if you needed that too. So both of those fit in this bag, and I just think this is such a nice option. I'm just really excited about how pretty this looks inside there through the clear bag. I just think it's so fun that you could show off your planner through your purse. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of the products mentioned, just leave me a comment below and I can answer that for you. I will link to everything in the description below. If you want to see more planner videos, I'd love it if you subscribed. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.